Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see what is supernetting. Okay, so let us begin with the supernetting. So supernetting. In the last lecture we discussed what is subnetting. Subnetting means we can say that dividing a network into subnetworks, isn't it? And in the opposite way we can say that in the supernetting, yes, more than we can say that one networks are combined to make a larger network. That is the meaning of supernetting. So you can write down the definition of supernetting: joining two or more than two networks to form a large network, isn't it? Okay, or we can say that according to the requirements of user is known as supernetting, isn't it? So we see in subnetting, yes, we see in subnetting, yes, subnet bits are borrowed from host portion, isn't it? So in opposite way, we can say that in supernetting, supernet bits will be borrowed from network bits, isn't it? From network ID bits, we will borrow some bits for supernetting purpose. We can say that let us consider one example, or let's say write down this one first. During supernetting, we can say that supernet bits are borrowed from network portion or network bits, isn't it? So let us consider one example. Let's say first example, let's say in class C, if supernet mask is given as that is 255.255.252.0, then question is the number of networks that can be joined. That is the question. So here we know default mask for class C is what? Default mask is also known as network mask. That network mask is 255.255.255.0. That is for class C. But here supernet mask is given, that supernet mask is 255.255.252.0. So this can be written in binary like that. Again 1111, then yes 1111110, then all zeros, isn't it? So here we can say that here are these consecutive zeros in network bits, isn't it? So in class C we can say that this portion was for network or network ID, and this was for we can say that host. But here two consecutive ones in the supernet mask, this decides the we can say that supernet bits. So here we can say that the number of networks can be joined is equals to 2 raised to power number of supernet bits. So here supernet bits are 2. So we can say that yes, 4 networks can be joined, isn't it? So that is the concept. Okay. Write down next one. Second problem, let's say in class C, if supernet mask is given, that is 255.255.248.0, and this can be written like that 111111, then again 11111, 248, that can be written like that, isn't it? So we can say that here these are the supernet bits, isn't it? So we can say that number of networks can be joined is equals to 2 raised to power 3, that is 8 network, isn't it? Okay. So next one, some rules are there for supernetting. So write down the rules of supernetting. Rules of supernetting. So first one, the number of networks that are joined to form a supernet should always be powers of 2, isn't it? So we can say that, let's say supernet bits are 2, the number of networks that can be joined will be 2 raised to power 2, that is 4. If supernet bits are 3, then 2 raised to power 3, 8. So we can say that a number of networks that can be joined will be always powers of 2, isn't it? Next one. Second one, the networks that are joined should always be continuous. What is the meaning of continuous? Here, let's say, consider, we can say that, for example, let's say in class C 199.6.2.0, then 199.6.3.0, then 199.6.4.0. So you can see, yes, this is class C. So in the class C, supernet bits will be in the third octet, means they are. So this value is 2, next one is 3, next one is 4. This is continuous, isn't it? So these continuous networks can be joined. If these values are not continuous, let's say, so we can say that these are the continuous networks, isn't it? Okay. Let us consider one more example. Let's say a 199.6.2.0, again 199.6.8.0, then 199.6.10.0. So this is class C. So supernet bits will be in the, yes, we can say that third octet, from third octet onward. So here this value is 2, then 8, these 10. So we can say that these are the discontinuous network. Discontinuous networks, isn't it? Okay. So the networks that are joined will be always, we can say that, continuous. Write down one note. Likewise, perform bitwise and operation between IP address and supernet mask to get supernet ID, isn't it? So we can say that likewise in, we can say that, so we seen in subnet also, in a network also, yes, perform bitwise and operation between the IP address and supernet mask to get the supernet ID, isn't it? Now based on this we will be seeing some problems, isn't it? So write down next one. Let's say one IP address in a supernet is given that 202.89.69.119, and supernet mask is given to you, that is 255.255.252.0. Then what will be the supernet ID? So supernet ID will be the perform bitwise, and so we can say that while performing bitwise and between these, so this value becomes 202, this one will remain 89. Now 119 and 0, this will become 0. Now see the 69 and 252. So 69 can be written like that, 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1, and 252 can be written like that, 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 0. After performing bitwise AND, so this becomes, this value is what we can say that 68. So 68.0, that will be the supernet ID. Now next question is, what is the range of this supernet? Range of supernet means, yes, we can say that after combining, yes, we need to find out all the IP addresses in this particular supernet, isn't it? So we can say that here, yes, because this is this IP address belongs to class C. So in class C, supernet bits will be borrowed from network IDs, isn't it? Network ID bits. So we can say that from in the third octet there will be the supernet bits. So we'll be considering, yes, we can say that third and fourth octet 68.0, that can be written like that, isn't it? 0 0 0 0 0, isn't it? Now this will goes up to, we can say that, you only tell me here supernet bits are how many, you only tell me. Yes, these are the supernet bits. So we can say that, yes, these supernet bits will be 0 0 0s, isn't it? Isn't it 0 0? And this one will goes up to, we can say that, 0 1 0 0 1 0 0, and these host bits will be going from 0 0 0s to all ones, isn't it? So this decimal value will be 68.255. Now this supernet, we can say that that is exhausted, isn't it? These supernet bits are 0 0s, isn't it? Now 2 bits are supernet bits. So this can be 0 0, then 0 1, then 1 0, then 1 1. The next one is 0 1. So make these one 0 1, isn't it? So this becomes what, and starts from all zeros. So we can say that, yes, this becomes what, this is 69.0, and this one will goes up to, we can say that, 0 1, and all these hosts will be going from 0 0 0s to all ones. So this value becomes 69.255. Now make these supernet bits equals to 10. So we can say that this is 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 0. These are the supernet bits and these are the host bits. So host will starts from zeros. So we can say that this is 69.255. Now these one will be going from 0 0s to, yes, all ones, all host. So this value becomes, we can say that this is what, we can say that this was the 70 dot, wait, after 69, yes, yes, after 69 we can say that that will be the 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 0, isn't it? So that is 70.0, isn't it? And this one will goes from 0 0 0s to all ones. So this value becomes 70.255. Next one, yes, these supernet bits could be, yes, we can say that 1 1, and host bits will start from all zeros. So this value is 71.0, and this goes to 71.255, isn't it? This one will remain same, and these one will go from 0 0 zeros to all ones, isn't it? So we seen what will be the range. Yes, we return first address 202.89.68.0 to 202.89.71.255. That is the last address, isn't it? Now you only tell me this first address will be the what? That will be the supernet ID, and this one will be the, yes, DBA, isn't it? That was the first address, that is the supernet ID, and last address will be the what? Direct broadcast address, and in between these all will be the host IP address, isn't it? So be careful, isn't it? So we are moving to the next problem, isn't it? Write down next one. Let's say next one is one IP address is given to you, that is 199.15.119.189, and supernet mask is given, that is 255.255.248.0. Then first question is what is the supernet ID, isn't it? So perform the bitwise AND. So 199, this is 15, this one will be the 0, and 119 can be written like that, 011 and 0111, and this 248 can be written like that, 1111 and 1000. So we can say that this one 0000110, so this value is what? 112. So that will be the supernet ID. Now again the question is what is the range of the supernet? Range of supernet. So we can say that it will starts from 112.0. So that can be written like that. Isn't it? Then it will goes 011. Yes, from here you can observe 3 bits are the supernet bits. Isn't it? So we can say that these 3 bits are the supernet bits. These one. And this one will goes from 0 0 zeros to all ones. So this value becomes what? We can say that is 112.255, isn't it? Next one we can say that, yes, so that is the first network that is joined. So we can say that first network that was joined was the 112.0. I'm writing only last two octets to 112.255. Now we'll be making these supernet bits equals to 001. Then second network will be the what? 113.0 to 113.255. And whenever these supernet bits will be all ones, so we can say that yes, we will be getting eighth network that is joined, that will be 119.0 to 119.255, isn't it? So we can say that this one will be the first address, this one is the last address of this supernet, and these 8 networks are combined, isn't it? So how 113.0 will be getting? Yes, we can say that put these subnet bits, three supernet bits are 0 0 0, and put these 01 and 0 10 and up to 111, isn't it? When 111 will be there, then the decimal value will be 119, isn't it? And up to whole host will starts from all zeros to all ones. So last address will be this. So we can say that range of this supernet will be 199.15.112.02, or we can say that 199.15.119.255, isn't it? So that is the range. Range means write the first address and the last address. In between these two address all will be the host one, isn't it? Okay. So here supernet bits are 3, so you can see that 2 power 3, 8 networks are joined, and these are the 8 networks, 1 2 3 up to 8, isn't it? Okay, so that was the concept of supernet. I hope this one is clear to everyone, guys. Yes, we covered what is class full addressing, In the next lecture, we'll see what is the classless addressing. Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, guys, so I'm going to close this session. Okay, thank you so much.